Well, hello everyone, my fellow Manor Lordians. I hope you're all well and having a good day. Here we are in our second settlement, just soaking it all in. Today's the day we are officially going to absolutely beast this and get on top of absolutely everything. Now, I did realise I've built one of my farms on top of the stone. But actually, it won't matter because it's a deep one, which we may end up going into over here. So I'm not really going to be too fussed about it. Stone's a bit naff. It's not really ever anything we need to worry about. So they need to come over this way. And we'll deal with the raiders first. That's the plan. Are you going to come back? Or are you just going to stand there? But yeah, I hope you're all well, guys. Welcome yourselves back in. Sorry, all over the place there. I kind of forgot what I was doing then for a second. We've got 4 raiding armies on their way. So we need to go meet our quota of death over this way. Selbits has just increased and we're going to have to fight, thinking here, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to queue them up there ready. These guys are being weird, but actually it's because they had to climb up a hill. So actually, if I could have got over there, that would have been perfect. I wonder if I can. I'd rather not fight in my zone, actually. Let's go meet in the middle. Can you get over here? There we go. We'll start kind of abusing this section. And then we'll get these guys over here. I need to tell them all to stop sprinting. Because they're going to be exhausted before the fight. You do get a buff in your own zone. That is correct. But right now, it's fine. Let's go in and get our point done then. Sorry, I started off all over the place there. We need to decide what we're going to do here. It's always tricky at this point because we put the first point in beekeeping. Now, like, where do we want to go from here? We are farming, but realistically, this isn't strong enough to worry about it. The bakeries does help with the extension, but then that eliminates an extension that you could have in terms of, like, carrots or something, right? So I don't think I'm going to do it. I think it's kind of pushing me towards trade once again. And I think it always will, because we're always going to have that. So I think we're going to go into trade. And I'll get that kind of set up nice and early so we can trade with our own settlement as well. And we'll be good there. Let's just hover over and make sure we're collecting the right food sources, which we are. I'm going to pop one more in there just to kind of gain as many berries as we can as well. And then we're going to fight this battle. Just whilst we wait for that one to occur, I want to thank you for being here. As always, guys, really, really appreciate you. We are in May of the 7th year. As you can see, food, well, the berries did do something. And I'm told the butcher is doing its thing. You've just got to leave it to do its thing, right? So yeah, we've got to try and get onto that as much as possible. We've got a reserve of meat in here, so I'm hoping at some point it does do that. But if we go general, they don't have it stored there, so I'm not seeing it kind of occur yet. So in terms of the hill, I think we get our crossbowmen nice and tight across here. I might spread those out a tiny bit. I'm going to bring you up this way. And then this one, hopefully, can get across to here as well. And then these guys are going to bring back a little bit just onto the hill. It's going to take them time to get up over that anyway, I think. And realistically, if we wanted to, I could just get these guys to have a flurry on them. They are in the trees, though, so it's not really worth it. We may as well wait, right? I'm going to get them pretty evenly spread like that. And then these guys will just bring up in front again. Just spread them like that. Let's get you guys covering that little bit. And hopefully these guys will be there in time. We may have to just fight with what we got, but that's okay. And then over here, we got houses coming in as well. So we should be covered. And we can officially go into some more tier 2s here. Which, yes, I'm going to do. Because we need the gold to consider getting ourselves some better produce in over here. And I will be popping some eggs in as always as well. Just until we get to the tier 2. But yeah, I am happy with over here right now. Veg is coming in. Eggs are definitely better than they used to be, guys. They are definitely better. And there's... I just missed it, didn't I? Or are these going to tier 2s? There we go. We got our last tier 3 there and another one there. So we'll get that in as well. And gold is looking fantastic, which makes me really, really happy. So I think it just took a little bit. But to get all these things going, it did work out quite well. I just want to point out we do have 43 sheep/lambs now. And our... soldiers, hopefully, will be replenished before this fight. You're looking good with cohesion. You guys' effectiveness should be sorted in a moment. Fatigue should be dropped by the time they get here. And then the retinue, I'd rather not lose them. I'm going to try my best to queue these here. As wide as we can. And then I'll kind of use these as a flanking force there. And then you will get you spread out a tiny bit more. Maybe this way. And so the flurry begins. I should probably leave them there, actually, because they can get a shot or two off on these. We may be able to do some damage. And let's enjoy the flurry of arrows going in their faces. Are our spearmen ready? They're coming through the line. Oh, man, the rain of absolute pain for them there. We need to be ready here. Hold on, just pause up. We are good. And they did just obliterate that one. So that is good. Let's come to the side. I'm going to send those in on that. And I'm going to bring these around here. And then for this, we're going to say push. They're going to wipe the floor with these so fast. It's just incredible. And then you guys are good. Let's get you focused on that. And then you can come around and you can come around. And just a full collapse there, which was great. And then we've got the archers here, which should... So retinue's good as well. We're not even on 24, but they will do a lot of damage to this. So that flurry, look at that, man. Yes, I think we only lost one soldier. Everybody in. And there we go. Job done. Right, let's get these guys home. We will take that. Nice and easy. Don't need to worry about the bodies. I had someone else saying you get better buff in your zone. You do. You get way better defensive buff, but I don't have to put down graveyards yet. I don't want graveyard over here because we'll be wasting families trying to keep on top of that, right? Okay, what are we waiting on to be built here? I think it's the farmhouse next. We just need that transportation. So I think whilst we just let that kind of do its thing, we're going to be working out a bit more over here. I think we can officially bring up our houses now. So that's 70... Hold on. 73. Oh, we're good. We are good. We've got plenty of families that can move in. Look at all this coming in now. This makes me super happy. And there is the point. So, rye cultivation. We're trying it. Now, full disclaimer, never ever done this before. So, I'm quite excited to give it a go. Got all this farmland up here, haven't we? So what we need to firstly do is change the pastures. And I'm actually going to bring the pastures down this way. And I'm going to make them smaller. Just for more breeding purposes, to be honest. We'll get rid of that. And then what I'm going to do is bin that one off. Bin that one off. Hopefully they bring the sheep over. Bin that one off. And bin that one off. Please, for the love of God, do not all run away. I will hate you forever if you do. And what I'm going to do is also get rid of this large one here. And we're going to make them smaller. There we go. Loads of little pastures in here. And they are getting in, which is good. So I think they just automatically walk over. That should help our breeding. But yeah, we can now get going on these. So let's start with our fields. And let's go rye so we can kind of pick where we are. Although before that, let's disband these guys. And let's focus up. I'm really excited now. This makes me so much happier. I need to move those as well, really. But I think we can just utilize 3 on this section first. We're going to go for 1 Morgan field plots, I think, each time. There's a little bit more, I don't mind. But we'll try and get 1 Morgan across the board here. There we go. We have 3 right there. So let's get these guys up as I always do. So this is always a good method to do it. I'm going to try 2 and 2. So get crop rotation on all 3. Look at this. 100%. Yes. We're going to go to... To be fair, we could also do wheat here, couldn't we? So have fallow, rye. And then rye, fallow, rye. That is a rotation of 3. We'll see how we get on. And then we're going to just need... I think I'm going to just... Well, go with 2 farmhouses. And we'll get them... It's a big hill there, so I don't think we can utilize that. We want to maybe keep the yellow, because that's still okay farmland. Thinking about getting a road. Let's get a road in. Firstly down the back of here. Like so. And then we'll get 1 going across there. And then I'll try and squeeze in some farmhouses over here. Not sheep farm, farmhouses. Let's go 1, 2. There we go. Right, we're going to speed that up now, and we're going to get going on these. Hopefully, I can set the zones for this. Just going to see how well the rye does. All the soldiers coming home there as well, and then we need to work on a bit of tax. And because our happiness is now okay, I'm going to try an 11% tax. I'm just going to slowly bring it up. And look at our wild animal deposit now. Cool, let's go up, and then it's just shot down. But yeah, I'm going to try and get as much. I guess more meat will store, but these berries did come in pretty clutch here. So we're pretty damn good over there. And then we're going to start getting honey on the go as the families come in over here as well. We've still got some house space, so I'm okay. We definitely need this to come in. So we want the farmhouses to get sorted. I probably need a second one as well, but what we'll do is go straight into 4 in there when we can. And we'll see if there's anything. Let's take a look. Woodcutter's Lodge. Logging Camp has 1. Forester's Hut. I think I do want to keep that going, because we've got building that needs to occur as well. I don't know if we'll get any yield from the farmhouse this year, so to be fair, I might pause that one and just let the building occur for a moment until we get some more in. And then farmhouses coming in a good one. Let's get it going. So we'll go 4 in each. And ideally, I just don't want to touch them. My farms are going to be over here. Sheep, beautiful in all of these little pastures here. Hopefully we can fill them all up. I'm just going to keep this going. Kind of tuck it around so the sheep will be by the farmhouses. It'll look really nice. And there we go, 4 in each. And then what we're going to need to do is, if we go ploughing, we'll have to assign them over, but I think we'll just kind of go with that. And then we can have threshing priority as high, and then we're going to need to go into some kind of grain storage, right? So if we want the baking to occur over here, let's do it all properly. So is it let me just check the granary before we get it wrong. Rye bread and flour, so it's all inside of a granary here. And I'm going to turn off the other one, so let's go for a granary there. And let's turn that one off, so no marketplace allowed on that one. And then for the sake of this one, we're going to say no to crops, no to flour, no to grain, and then everything else is a yes. We'll allow, because bread will go into there, right? So we'll transfer across, and then over here, when it's built, we'll kind of go down that route, right? And let's have a look how much wool we're kind of creating now and whether we need another one in the yarn. I don't think we do. Lots of leather. Lots of shoes. Okay, and we can look into another clothing piece eventually as well. I'm going to go ahead and get 1 more crossbow militia in now, so we're going to go for 3. And then we'll get the expanded retinue when we can as well. Yeah, that food's looking much better on the closer houses. We may need another one eventually. But at the moment, there's not enough food in the granary to kind of distribute. The bread is going to be our saving grace here from the wheat. They're already starting, which is great. So we could get even more and just get that done really quickly. We're not going to get any yield this year, but we've got the spare people. Why not, right? Right, I'm just going to turn the tannery back on over here. And do we need the saw pit? We might need to turn that saw pit on. I'll leave just the one family. So we'll get the leathers going, and then we should be good. Starting to get some gold in now, so I may even be able to get my first lot of chickens once these are kind of upgraded. You've got family in here, actually. So 25 regional wealth. I definitely want to get a second ox, though, first. This is looking really good. They've shared the load, 1 in each. So I don't know if we're going to end up getting any this year. Anyway, once we've done that, we're going to need a mill. So let's start looking in the food route here. So they'll thresh into grain. The grain will become flour. Flour become baker. For the bakers, we need a good efficiency here. And if we go near that trees, it's going to be rubbish. There's not bad. Up there's even better, but I do want to go there. We'll be knocking those trees down, so that efficiency will go up, but I don't want it there, really. We want it as close as possible to the threshing zone, so here makes perfect sense to me. That is 92%. I'm okay with that. And the efficiency just went up when it removes stuff, so yeah, we'll go windmill there. And this needs to be near the... This needs to be somewhere more central. This can kind of go anywhere. I still might put it here, though. We just may need multiple. So, once we get wood, I'll just put a couple here then. And that should be fine. Look at our meat now. Guys, I don't know what's happening. It's got a mind of its own. Like, we actually have meat. I'm still not seeing the sausages, so I don't know whether I need to get more in. But I never see them kind of over here. So I don't know whether we need them closer to the marketplace that is buying in the salt. So if we go into our, I think it's crafting materials. Yeah, we go into that. I mean, let's try 10 of the salt now. And let's see if we can get the butcher actually moving forward. I see transporting, but they don't really transport much. They're just chill inside their house for now. So, and looks like the sowing is happening. So we may get some rye this year, which is perfect. So now we're here then. We're not quite. So just waiting for this to finish construction then. Just needs the stone in. And then I think our houses are getting upgraded, which is really nice. I'm going to continue getting these going because we do have the resources to accommodate. And as we upgrade, we can get more families in some of these anyway. So, all right, royal tax increased again, but we do have enough to cover it. Windmill is up. Communal oven is up. And granary is still not up. Come on. There it is. Right, we're going to go with 0. I'll keep malt. No herbs, grains fine, no ale. So this is going to be just farm material in here, and I'm hoping we can keep that going. Now we'll start with just the one. And then what we'll do when we can is get that kind of upgraded. I think we have a bit of a logging issue. We don't. We have the logs in there. They're just not transferred. And then let's get one more ox in as well. And before we know it, we'll be able to trade with the other settlements, which is nice. So these are all fully good to go. The growth has started. Crop growth 2% and 1% there. So, yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of happens there. Haven't been able to start it up over here yet, but what I will say is it's a pretty stable region. So we've got plenty of berries. We're even getting some veg in, and we've got that little bit of meat. So the variety is going to be good. I think our biggest issue is actually getting the food distributed, though. Which is always weird, actually. Although we're not that close. That is a massive lie. We're quite close. It's just berries in there. Now we'll continue upgrading. So, yeah, we're on a negative, though. This lack of entertainment is bugging the hell out of me. Because of all the previous months. I don't like how it does take into previous months. I think once you're over it, it should be job done. Because we have pretty stable amounts here. And there's not a lot I can do to help you. We have the ale, but it's just... I think it's just... Yeah, it's 29 just sat in there. These guys are just too slow. And I'm fairly certain these granary workers in here just... They just transport other stuff. I don't know what they're transporting. It's probably all these berries. Okay, we officially have another family in here now as well. I'm going to leave the tanner kind of doing its thing. I'm not... I mean, I can't even get them in yet. I guess the best thing we can do is just keep building. I think we have a little bit of money if we want to get veggies in, but I definitely want to get some slightly smaller ones in. And we've got 1, 2, 3, a few houses and a few upgrades that need to occur. So, let's get... I think I could squeeze 2... Ooh, I could get 3 smaller ones in there. That's not bad. Let's get that in, because that can be some of our businesses there as well. And there we go. We've got more that we can take to level 3 here. I need to be careful with booze consumption, so I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to focus the tier 1s to tier 2. I know they like that, but their happiness is a lot easier to satisfy at the moment. And food variety is in, so that is looking much better. Just got to make sure it gets distributed across, right? We have 5 families working it, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, 232 pop over here. And look at that. Selbit gets another point. I've got to just go into this. We're going to unlock trading really soon with them. We don't need to worry about any of this, I don't think. So let's go better deals. And then we can start getting apiaries in for that variety over here as well. I might try 1 or 2 and see how they get on. But we're going to need more planks once again. So we've got a limit on that anyway. As they come in, we should be fine. Got plenty of timber. I am much happier now, guys. Once we get the logs in, we're laughing here. I need to probably re-change this. I'm going to move this over. What I'll do is just completely build a new one. So let's start pushing logging out this way. And we'll make this a little bit bigger this way. And then we'll set these guys over here, because I might start building here as well. And then once that one's built, I'll flip them over. We'll get this one destroyed and move it across. It's working. The lambs are coming in. And then whilst I'm waiting, I guess I'll just get even more little kind of pastures in. I'm going to fill it. I don't know whether to save that slot. Probably fit something in there. It looks kind of cool with loads of small ones. I won't lie to you. All right, we have a bandit camp nearby as well. So there's some freebies we can go deal with. I kind of want to... just do these. They're fine. Let's get this sent over to here. Loving to actually not see, like, imminent death over here, which is fantastic. And the numbers going up slowly on the labs as well. Still no sausage. Still no sausage. The meat is in. Guys, the meat is in the butcher's shop because we have a surplus now. Be interesting to see then. Are you going to get some salt? Oh, we might see our first sausage here. Do not steal stuff. How dare you? Is there salt in there? Let's go. Yes, here we go. Incoming sausage. Show me the sausage. Show me your lamb sausage, please. There it is, guys. Look. Yes, we have our first sausage. It is working. Oh, thank goodness for that. We got there. Right, how's this looking? It's not good. It's a bit of a hill. So let's move forward. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's best to brace and wait. Rather not lose any, right? So, and then we'll push forward afterwards. The clash occurs, and then we push. Silly, silly bandits. And this is now safe in our treasury, so I can reduce that down. I don't know whether I send this across. I don't know which one it's going to go to. I might just put it in my treasury so I can get my thingies upgraded. So it belongs to my treasury now. And here we go. We have some gold officially in. So let's get a chicken slot. Let's get some eggs going over here. I'm trying to basically stabilize this before we go too far. And if you see, because the berries were closer, we had way less struggle here early on. I know we're building a little bit slower, but it's insane. And we're going to get a whole yield of 1 rye before end here. I'm not actually bothered about this yield anyway, but it is growing. They'll be ready in for the next one, so... foragers' huts are now empty. I'm not even going to empty them out. They're fine. I don't need to worry about them. I can continue to upgrade as well, which I'm not going to do. All I'm going to say is I am so happy to see 100% food variety. Does anyone have sausage? They have sausages in their house. Look at this. The greedy son of a guns. They have sausages. All right, we've got our things in for the apiaries now as well, and we want this nice and close. So I think we'll have them here. We'll start with just the 2. The farms are... I don't need to rush them anymore. We just need to stabilize this region. We'll get our manor house in, and then we'll be good. So let's go ahead and recruit more in our retinue now. Sorry, wrong one. I do this every time. Let's close that one. Let's come into the retinue. Let's go customization. And we can go up to 20. Cool. I'll get them upgraded at some point as well once we've got more money in the treasury. And they become absolute beasts when they're upgraded. So I just want to stop for a second and highlight how nice this town is now looking. Arguably, and I'm going to say it, probably one of the best ones I've had so far. I just like the zone that it started on. So this is my favorite one, this bottom corner. It's not the best for resources, but this cliff here just makes for some insane scenery if you can build on it. But I love how we've got that farmland now at the top. Look at that. It's incredible. It is gorgeous. And I say, if you haven't seen my 1,000 population, 1 town playthrough, a little bit of older rules. It's a couple of updates back, but it looked amazing. Even if you just go to my walkthrough, there's like a 5-minute video of a walkthrough of it. It looks so good. I am still upgrading now a couple of these. I think we're safe. We're losing a little bit of yield as we come into this area, but we should get some more veggies and stuff in. I think we'll want to consider a couple of larger houses as these families come in for some more veggie plots as well. And I'm thinking along this, so we get 1 house in here. I'm going to fill this as like a wide. So I want to get it so it uses a huge build area. That is rubbish. Why are you so naff? I could get 2 in there with much better That could be okay. I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll be better off getting 2. Yep, that's much better. We may as well grab that. There'll be orchards as well. All right, I want to point out we got ourselves 5 rye. Yes, first bit of flour coming in. Don't knock it, guys. Do not knock it. Next year is going to be a good yield from that. I'm hoping it doesn't get too fallow. Or the ground doesn't get too bad, sorry. But yeah, how are we looking over here? Burgage plots are in. Need to wait for 30 regional wealth to get another ox in here. That's why building is pretty slow, but it's going to look nice over here too, I think. Especially once this farmland surrounds the housing. But we're keeping this one pretty small. It's going to be just enough to accommodate what we actually need. And now we're going to go in and see what we can produce in our apiaries. So we're going to go 1 in each. And, I mean, it's good for the food variety whilst we wait for other stuff to come in, right? So we have a permanent tick of those, which is good. There you go. We've already got 2 in. Doesn't take long. I'll trial a couple more to see if it still works with multiple. But until then, I don't know. All right, we're getting robbed by bandits, so we need to deal with that as well. We'll send those across, ready to fight as well. Right, berry's gone, so I can free up someone over here, but I also don't need to worry. We're still ticking over the meat as well. It's not the best one, but it's enough. I'm ready to get people in here, right? I'm so excited about everything now. I feel much better now we've got it sorted. So I was checking on these. Do I potentially need... Already got honey in there. Do I need another one? I don't think I do with the amount of houses. 1 food stall should be more than enough here. We are going to need to consider expanding into the marketplaces though. So I think it doesn't hurt to get them built. So let's go for a trading post. Let's have a look. So road over here. I think we'll start trading from here. That's relatively close to our storage as well. It's actually really close. So I should be able to pull on the side here as well. Shorten the walk even more. And I think we're ready to get the orchards in. So they are good to go. We can also expand those families. I am still upgrading, guys. Let's get both of those done. Oh, we don't have the wood now. So our next logging camp is in. Let's go ahead and relocate this one. Actually, we'll just bin it off. Let's demolish. We're probably going to lose that wood. I'm hoping they move it, but it is out in the rain. Right, we need 4 more for the ox. I'm not doing anything until we've got it. And I reckon I could probably sell off. Yeah, I could sell something here. Not sure what yet. Maybe leather. All right, we officially have families coming in nicely once again over here. So we'll have all of this ready. We've got plenty of houses to accommodate it. We also now, and let's see, do we have flour? No, we've got 2 grain. So let's turn that grain into flour. I'm actually just going to get them in. I'm going to make our first bit of bread. And look at our yields for next year. Yes, now we're looking good. Hopefully the rotation doesn't go down too far. So they'll be fallow for the next year on 1 or 2 of them. So we should be okay. That's going to be getting us going really, really well. And there's the 35. So let's go ahead and get another ox in. This will help us improve. I think 3 or 4 for this, maybe 3 for this settlement should work. But we like to permanently assign 1 to the logging camp just to make it work a bit more efficiently so it can bring them into here. So the other ox can actually just grab directly from here. It does help. And in terms of the forester's huts, I'm going to get a second one in there. Let's just double check. Where are we putting this here? Yeah, that's good. And then we have the ability to trade. So let's decide on what we want to do. It's really cheap to establish a plank trade route, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Export. And we'll try and always keep 10. So we'll be producing till 20 and we'll sell the extra 10. That should be good. And we'll slowly get our money up to push this one a little bit further. And how's my honey doing? We've got it in houses. We've got a little bit in here, so that's good. It's enough to see us through the winter. I see flour. Are we making bread, baby? Communal oven? Yes, we are. There's the first official bit of bread from rye. So we made rye bread. Fantastic. How are you guys looking? I'm not convinced having them in multiple makes that much difference, guys. I'm not sure. What I do know is we're getting a stupid amount of leather here. And wool is really starting to go up. So I don't know whether we just ramp that up even more. Still getting sausage. Who knows? Eventually, we're going to be self-sufficient on butchering our own little lambs and stuff. So, all right, we officially need some more houses over here. So, how many more do we want? Let's keep it by the marketplace and around here. Let's have... We've got some that are ready to be carrots, haven't we? So, I think we want some more industry ones. So, let's bring industry buildings here. Might do that whole row. Because why not, right? And I am going to be testing eggs a bit more. They seem to be somewhat viable, so... And it's nice to see sausages in here that are permanently there now. And I'm able to upgrade to tier 3. It's actually looking really good. There is ale, but it's not a massive amount. We should be able to trade and produce for a lot cheaper from here really, really soon. And I'll use packing stations, I think. I'm not going to go the trade route. I'll get some packing stations on the go and just trade for, well, probably firewood at this rate. We're obviously already at a large town here, so we can't go into anything else. Is that worth us trading then? We'll have to decide. If we ever get into a really good sausage production, that could be what we do. All right, let's check clothing out. We may need another clothier. We have lots of it. It's just not... We got 3 clothing stores. It's funny how one firewood store... I guess they've only got to add one thing. They seem to do better than all of the others, right? Fuel's just never a problem. There's one house all the way over there that he's got to get to. I'm not going to buy any more retinue until we've paid off this next one as well, because we're about to go into the 8th year, guys. Just want to point that out. So all going pretty damn strong. And let me just take a look at the map. Oh, yeah. Forgot about you. Sorry, left you out in the cold there, haven't I? Left you out in the cold. There's no soldiers there. Did they fight us? I think they may have fought us and I didn't even realise, because there's 29 there. I can't remember, but we'll take it anyway. We'll pop this in here, I think. I may be able to send some resources home. Nah, let's go treasury. Always safe with the treasury. Let's bring those guys back. And how are we doing here? We are doing great. So, it looks like we may be able to get another veggie garden in. Let's do it. So I'm going to just fill these and these with veggies. So we're kind of established food-wise as a third source. That'll be honey, berries, meat, veggies. That's 4. But the meat, obviously, as you can see, isn't that good. And I don't think the honey is that great. So we might need to try one more. Let's see if we get more. I know it's winter. I'm going to see if we can produce from a third. If we can, we can just build multiple. And yeah, planning-wise, let's zoom out. What we want to do is we're going to have to fight him anyway. This one is good if we wanted to set up an actual money industry. It's got 2 wild animals, so we could make use of that as well in growth. Same with this one, which is also farmland, so we could farm in Wallbrand anyway. I really want to get over here so I can actually try out fishing. I'm yet to do it. But yeah, it'd be cool if there was like a stream that went through 3 or 4 of them instead that you could fish, right? But yeah, we need to decide, because obviously the point of this and to take them out is to own, completely wipe them off the map and own all the regions. So we're going to need to do that. But yeah, I'll wait until we've got a full army before we push any further, which we nearly have. So not too bad. Let's kind of spend a little bit of time in the wintry snow taking a look around our tier 3 settlement here, which is incredible. It looks so good. I love when you go into the towns, man. You forget it, right, when you haven't played for a little while. Manor Lords is just leagues above everything. Look towards that windmill up on the hill. It's like you're in a different game. It just reminds me of Witcher. And let's come up this way. That I don't like clipping out, but that's okay. Silly builders. And obviously a pretty efficient singular market that is covering all of these houses. Nearly 300 population, which is great. I love it. Alright guys, that's going to be where I end this one out though. Thank you so much for joining me. Really, really appreciate it. We have a fully established 2 settlements now. We are just in the clear, I think. It's just a hard start, but we're all good. Hope you're all good though, guys. Thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, all that stuff. And I really appreciate you. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one.